Doc recharges the DeLorean with more plutonium and gets Marty to record his send-off. He realizes he's forgotten his luggage, says the same movie line.
What? I almost forgot my luggage. Who knows if they got cotton underwear in the future. I'm allergic to all synthetics.
And then continues in case we didn't get it. He's worried about crotch rashes.
It would be rather unpleasant to find myself in the future with a terrible rash in the crotch.
Quote by Dr. Emmett L. Brown. At this point movie Marty would ask the future, "Is that where you're going?" And Doc would give a nice speech about how he's always dreamed of looking beyond his years. But this isn't the movie, so instead we're treated to book Marty asking Doc if he's sure the machine is safe. Doc retorts that obviously is and sarcastically asks him if he just saw it work. Then Book Marty asks if he's worried about what could it be, I don't know, evil robots.
I meant, are you sure the future's safe? Suppose you run smack into the bomb? Or it's a society of robots that takes you prisoner.
Marty, why are you hinting at other versions of this movie that would have been awesome? Error 16762, Robot Society not found, me. Every time I watch these movies from now on, Marty says Doc should go to the past instead because
nobody there's better equipment than you.
And Doc interrupts him with a crappier version of his wanting to see beyond my years speech.
I've always dreamed of seeing the future a lot more than rehashing the past.
And finally we get to the good stuff when he stops and says,
I, Dr. Emmett Brown, am about to embark on an historic journey.
Yes. This means more time travel soon. And, in an unprecedented move, there's dialogue in the movie that I isn't here in the book. I know. This is me right now, grinning face. What we don't get is Doc smacking his head and saying,
What am I thinking of? I almost forgot to bring extra plutonium. How do I ever expect to get back? One pellet, one trip, I must be out of my mind.
A line that was clearly added in after the book's script was written. I can see why they did it, it's a good line. It warns us clearly that the machine only has one more trip through time left in it unless more plutonium is brought along, while at the same time it also puts Doc more into the absent-minded professor territory. But I'm sure if it was here in the book it'd be 7 paragraphs long, so, we dodged a bullet there. Anyway, in both realities Einstein suddenly barks at something. Doc stops and looks around and can't see what it is, and the narrator of the book itself joins in and speculates.
What was it? A mall security guard, a cat, or something worse?
It turns out it's a car. And here things get intense as Doc sees the car lights coming towards him and realizes
it could have been joyriding teenagers, but something in the vehicle's headlong desperation and purpose told Doc Brown that the worst had happened. Doc then freaks out. Doc's face was ashen, his mouth open, his breath came in shallow gasps. Indeed, he exhibited every symptom of shock except a tendency to faint, and that might be imminent.
Amazing. Marty asks,
What is it?
But Doc doesn't respond.
Doc's piercing eyes, hello, continued to follow the progress of the vehicle moving generally in their direction. A slight sideways turn revealed presently that it wasn't an ordinary car or even a police cruiser. Square except for the long sloping hood, it was an ominous van, dark in color, with windows that seemed to have been blacked either by painting or the installation of dark curtains.
You guys. I can think of no better example of needless detail than speculation on different ways in which the windows of a van might be blacked out. But the van is ominous. Ominous van equals great band name. Greatest band name. Doc says.
They found me, I don't know how, but they found me.
And chapter 3 is over. Up next. Terrorists in a van.